What's up, guys, and welcome back to Tim Talks, the real estate show where we talk about real estate, life, and a little bit of everything else. Ethan, give us the heavy metal version today of the intro. Hello, this is Tim. Hello? Oh.
Brian, Kaylin?
This is not Brian Kalin. Who is asking? Who's calling?
Oh, this is Tori Patton. I'm calling on behalf of Prison Fellowship Ministries. Is this the wrong number?
This is not the right number. Let's just say that.
Okay. All right, I'll make a note of that, and thank you for letting me know.
All right, have a good day. All right, bye-bye.
You too.
Prison ministry, let's go.
So, my dad's in prison. Anyways, welcome back to another episode. This week we have a few things prepared and a few things unprepared for the show.
Perfect.
We will be back with our top 5 lists.
Top 5.
We will be bringing on a special guest to the show today, my assistant. She doesn't.
You should call
She doesn't
her
like
that.
that.
When she comes on, you should call her that.
I'll introduce her as my assistant. She's my transaction coordinator. And for those of you that don't know, this is a real estate show. We will have to incorporate some real estate into it at some point. That's the person that does all the paperwork because I'm really good at my job, but I hate making sure I did my paperwork right. It's terrible, man.
Yeah, paperwork.
That's why I could never be a cop. He's been doing a lot of paperwork.
Paperwork.
Yeah. I don't really know what paperwork they have to do.
I think it's just a lot of reports.
Okay.
12-15 pulled over.
Oh, I hate
16.
I hate having to recount and write things. Like I can check boxes all day, but I hate having to use my own words to describe what happened.
Or if there's something crazy that happens, it's you have to write a report, you get questioned on your report. It's and I'm like,
yeah,
that sounds awful. Anyway.
And if you're one word off.
Just hire someone.
That's why you hire an assistant.
Exactly. Assistant.
She'll be on the show later. Hopefully she's told us many times that she won't be on the show, but because we don't have HR, there's nothing to stop us from forcing her to be on the show. We can force her to be on the show. I think we actually do have HR, and HR's in the room, but I think HR is going to be forcing her to be on the show as well.
Yeah.
That's
HR is mostly online.
Yeah. Anyways, as far as updates go, things are pretty just straightforward. They've kind of leveled off. There's not a whole lot of exciting or crazy or interesting news going on in the real estate market at the moment. Basically, the Federal Reserve announced that they're not really going to raise the rates anymore, or they've indicated that they won't be raising the rates further, which is good news. But what that does mean is I would say for the people that are kind of at that, they want to know when they should buy or when they should wait or whatever, or the same thousands of people are having that inner turmoil of when the right time to buy is.
Right.
Just know that once the rates go down, it's going to be a feeding frenzy.
Yeah.
It's going to get
crazy.
Yeah, it's going to get wild. So if you think prices are too high right now, or rates are too high right now, just wait until the prices go up and skyrocket. I think it's just, we got to build more homes, man.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
There's not enough out there right now.
Inventory is pretty wild.
It's just,
there's so many people just waiting for percent drop, and they're like,
and I'm like, what are you waiting for? I tell people, if you are waiting for the rates to drop, why would you not just buy a house right now and then refinance?
Right. Because they just, I don't know.
Don't wait for the rate to drop. The rate doesn't help you, man. The rate does not. I've been telling people that one of the more dangerous things was when the rates dropped and people have a 2% mortgage. Mm-hmm. That's a dangerous thing in my opinion, because what happens when the price of a home has fallen a little bit, or perhaps the price that you paid for it hasn't gone up, right?
Right.
Or maybe it's fallen a little bit, and you try to go and sell your home because you have to. Let's say you have to move across the country, or it's just not working for you anymore, or you get divorced, right? Something happens. Well, now because the rates are up and prices haven't moved very far, you're kind of stuck in your home.
Yeah.
Think about it. You buy a $500,000 home that's now worth $485,000. No one can really afford that at the moment because of the rates.
Right.
And you got to pay commissions to a real estate agent to sell it. And you got to pay your closing costs. And by the time you get out of that home, you've actually lost money.
Right.
So that's why I tell people, if you are waiting for a rate to go, then don't worry about that, okay? Because you actually might be locking yourself into a home price that is not reasonable for you to get out of.
Right. You're like,
so
I squeaked in. Hooray.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, shoot.
yeah, you're like good for you. Your 2% interest rate is awesome, but you're locked in your home. You can't do anything about it.
Right.
It's a dangerous game to play. So I tell people, an interest rate that can always move up and down, but the purchase price of your home, that's pretty set.
Right.
You're not going to be able to change that.
Nope, not much.
So it's a dangerous game to play. As far as and that's pretty much that's the real estate update as far as it goes. It's the same story we've been telling for quite some time now. So just good to know that it looks like we won't get interest rates into the 10%. Which, yeah, I think based off of last week's topic, where we kind of talked about focusing a little bit on your mental well-being, your mental health, and creating space for taking a break, and how, you have to take care of yourself to be able to take care of others. And if you're not doing well up here, you're not going to be doing well out there.
Right.
I have started to notice a little bit of an improvement, and it's just been small little things that have helped, and it has not hurt my business. So instead of forcing myself to stay until 7:00 at the office, I got out at 6:45 last night, which was awesome because then I was able to eat dinner with my fiance, take the dogs for a walk. And although it was a difference of 15 minutes, I didn't force myself to stay to the office until 7, which really means that I'm going to stay to the office until 7:45 because I'll get caught up or wrapped up in something. I put work down for the evening and I'm not behind. I can just jump right back into things in the morning. Those kinds of things are, I think, going to make a pretty solid and big difference in the long run.
100%.
I also made this, I used to do this thing where I was like, if I'm in the car and I'm driving, I need to at least be calling somebody, or I need to at least be listening to some form of informational podcast that will help me. And then I was like, I'm just gonna listen to some music in the car. It was awesome, and I was in such a better mood for my listing appointment. And I was like, this is where it's at,
Yeah.
Finding those little bite-sized moments to just take a breather,
Learn to have fun.
Yeah, those small times where you can take a little minute or two to take a break. I don't think it distracts from the goal, from the mission.
No.
It's, you got to give yourself a little bit of a breather. It's like, most NBA players will play, 44 minutes a game.
Right.
Game is 48 minutes long. They take those couple minutes, not because they're lazy, but because it's going to allow them to dominate for the rest of the game.
Right.
Likewise, when you're out and you are kind of in the battlefield working really hard, taking a few moments here or there to play a little music in your car, or take 15 minutes away from the office. Those are really, really important, I think, are overall going to allow you to have longevity instead of just crashing and burning out.
Right. Going into the walk-in refrigerator and screaming while you're working at McDonald's, huge relief.
Yes, huge. Did you do that?
No, I had a lot of coworkers who were like, I'll be right back. You hear the walk-in shut, and you're like, they're either crying or screaming.
Did you ever hear them screaming?
No, that thing is like,
wow, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
I'd go into the walk-in just to get to cool down a little bit.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Anyways,
on to our top 5.
the top 5 of the week.
Shall we get her?
Let's do it.
Let's get her. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Today, I am back, as promised, with my assistant, Tori.
Hello.
She doesn't like it when I call her my assistant. Why do you think that is? Why don't you like being referred to as my assistant?
I feel like being called an assistant is the same as being called a pet, and I don't want to be referred to as somebody's pet.
What? So, does that mean, you feel like people treat you like an animal?
Yeah.
Who specifically? Let's hear names.
I'm not naming names on the podcast.
Well, no one listens to this, and we'll cut it out. We'll cut it out. Who treats you the worst of all the
No,
agents?
cut.
We are cutting. This is cut. Is it cut? Cut. It's cut. Okay. Who treats you the worst of all the agents? Come on now. I know you have one. Come on. Who is it?
No. I'm not disclosing this.
As we explained before, okay, we're now back to live. As we explained before, Tori is the transaction coordinator. She's not actually an assistant. She does get called an assistant by many people. Not me. I would never call her that. I would never call her an assistant. But she does run a lot of paperwork, and she does the things that the other agents don't want to do, which basically makes her an assistant. She's an assistant to the transaction. Is that would you agree with that?
No.
I'm just gonna try to work her into saying that she's an assistant on this podcast. Okay, cut again. So who is it?
Oh my God, can we get to the questions?
Okay. Josh told me, Josh, on this show.
I've been waiting for this call all day long.
Oh, okay. Well, we're on the podcast. You can take it. It's okay.
No, it's fine.
It'll be on the show.
Let's just do the questions.
Okay. One last point. Josh created a list of people he would be most sad if they died on this show, and I was above his mother-in-law, and he put that on the show. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, with that being said, you can be honest. You can be vulnerable. Just give us the first letter of their name. Ah, very good. I feel so satisfied right now. God, that was good. Okay, well, today we are coming back with our top 5 lists, as it's been very popular. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 worst things that you could say to someone. Most of these questions are framed in terms of a significant other's point of view. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really relate to real estate, but it does relate to life. And your quality of life and the quality of your business will be a lot higher if you avoid saying these things to your clients, to your significant others, to your friends and family. All right, so Tori's going to be talking about the worst things you could say to a woman. I'm going to be talking about the worst things you could say to a man. And Ethan is also going to be talking about worst things you could say to a woman and himself. Okay, very good. I like that. Positive self-talking or negative self-talking. Okay, I'm going to kick it off. Oh, this one's bad. Number 1, anytime you make a comment that demeans a man's his body parts, like any type of body part. So like saying they're too skinny, right? Oh, you've been working out and someone goes, "Wow, you look a little skinny." I'm destroyed. Okay.
To bounce off that one, don't ever tell a girl that she looks huge. You can
That's
tell
true.
me I look skinny. You can tell
That's
me
true.
I look small. Don't tell me I look huge.
You're looking like a whale today. Oh God! All right, Ethan, get in here for yours.
Let me call if you're like having
Yeah.
some kind of issue,
Yeah.
money, car, whatever, and they're like, let me call my mom or let me call my
call my
dad.
dad.
It's like, we can't just figure this out.
Okay.
I
All right,
don't have the knowledge.
Freaking child.
It's the worst. That's my number
You
one.
literal infant.
It's like, my father needs to handle this. I'm like, I can do this.
Yeah.
That's my go-to line.
I know. Yeah. I think she also hit every single red flag on the red flags episode. What do you think about zodiac signs? Do you put any faith in them? Oh, there it is. Number 2, anytime a girl calls you too clingy, that's really bad. You know you're being too clingy if a girl calls you too clingy. It's just painful. I got called too clingy by a girl one time, never spoke to her again. Yeah, showed her. Okay, your next one. Why are you shaking? We do treat her like an animal.
I'm literally not doing okay.
All right. It's okay. Your jewels somewhere there. Your vape's somewhere there. Okay. Sorry. Second one for you.
Wow, you wore makeup today. It's just so rude. Like, if I had enough time and I got ready out of bed in time and I had time to put makeup on, tell me I look nice. Don't acknowledge that I did it.
My favorite one is to when my fiance is taking her makeup off at night. I'm like, no, don't take that off.
Oh my gosh.
Please, God, no. Oh, that's terrible. All right, my third one is anytime like a female a female specimen, one of them females, says that you're broke. Yeah, says you have no money, or talks to her friends about you not having money. That's tough. That's why I'm now working. All right, Tori, number 3.
My third one is being told to calm down. Don't tell me to calm down. If you tell me to calm down, I'm gonna.
I literally just told her to calm down on the show. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I mean, just telling someone to like relax or calm down is like adding fuel to the fire. It's pretty bad. Okay, I got number 5 here. This is a tough one. Anytime somebody like challenges your manhood, specifically like just like stop being a little bleep it out. Stop being a little or like if you're like fighting somebody and they're like he's kicking your ass, like no he's not, even though he probably is. Like get him. You're not. You're weak. Something like that challenges your manhood. Yeah. That's pretty bad. Just kind of crushes your soul. Tori, number 4.
I'm combining my last 4 and 5 together.
Oh, all right.
When it's that time of the month, you don't need to. If you can acknowledge it and be sweet, but don't be like, "Is it that time of the month?" And don't try to compare your hunger issues to our cramps. They're not the same.
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, okay, let's have this out here, all right? I would argue that the hunger cramps are significantly worse than period cramps.
Okay, but what about when you're on your period, having period cramps, and you're having hunger cramps?
Oh, that's fair. Okay, I'll concede that point. That is worse because it's 2 at the same time. But as somebody who has experienced both at the same time, the hunger cramp, which comes from your stomach literally eating the interior of your stomach, versus a period cramp, which one is worse? Which one would you rather have?
Hunger cramp.
You would rather have hunger. You said that. You only said that. You only said that because you're a feminist.
No, they feel different.
Okay. All right. My number 5 is when your lady friend compliments another guy in front of you. God, it digs at all the insecurities. It really does. Like, oh wow, yeah. Or like, yeah, some other girl's talking about another guy, and then your girl agrees with it. Oh, it's tough. It's a big, it's a tough moment. Are you guilty of that?
Never.
You can even hear the crack in the voice. Never.
If someone
Tori's
looks good, I'm gonna tell them they look good.
Tori's
okay.
Like, yep, did that one. Yep. Got them all. 5 for 5. All right, Tori, number 5. What is it? Should be one last one on there, isn't there?
I combined them.
Oh. There should be 6 on there.
It's damn you look tired.
Yes, damn you look tired. That is a tough one. I don't understand for women that's a big one. For men it's like, yeah, I'm exhausted. Like, yeah, damn, I do look tired.
It goes back to the no makeup thing. Because usually when someone tells you you look tired, you're not wearing makeup. Hi, hello.
Awkward moment. All right. Well, hey, thank you, Tori, for joining the show today. Yeah, I guess if you need a good assistant, we got options. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Tori. Back to work. Get back to my transactions, Tori. All right, Ethan, let's wrap things up.
Emancipated.
Strangely. Woo. That's pretty good. Strangely.
Nice.
Emancipated. Good, I like that.
For
solid.
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth. Usually this will probably release right around Juneteenth anyway.
Actually, yeah. So it'll be on topic.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Tim Talks. This was a fun, good little episode for us. We hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you took away a few things and learned what to say and not to say. Well, really what not to say to people.
Yeah. Now your Riz should be top
on
notch.
point. If you can't get a girlfriend after this or a boyfriend after this, I can't help you any further.
comment below and we'll figure out why.
We'll help somehow. We'll actually probably make it worse.
Yeah.
All right, guys, go ahead and like and follow and subscribe and do all the things that we ask you to do every week. We will see you next week. Roll the outro music.